Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to. God damn, every time I get here and then I'm like, what is this? What do we.
I'm just calling it the year now. Whenever we start streams, I'm always like, "Welcome back to," and then the year. So now I
2005?
just say '05. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. This is Vengeance. Vengeance 2005. Um, do we have anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big show. Last show before SummerSlam. A reminder: we've swapped a few of the shows around this year, so because of our Raw SmackDown swap. So this is a Raw show as normal, but it's taking place after the Great American Bash. So this is the last pay per view before SummerSlam. I'd also like to give thanks to our only patron right now, who is on our shout out tier or higher, which is Parker Smith. Thank you for your support. If you want to get in if you want to get in any of the Patreon benefits for Unforgiven, you can head over to our Patreon. And if you're subbed, we charge whenever we release a video, so you'll be charged. You'll be locked in when SummerSlam comes out, and you'll get the benefits for Unforgiven. I did it this time. I remembered. Oh, wait! Another thing on that note,
Go
there
ahead.
is some exclusive content on our Patreon now. Tucker, why don't you tell people about that?
It's true. So up there on the Patreon is One Night Stand 2005, ECW One Night Stand 2005, the tribute show. It's up there for everyone. So whatever tier you wanted to sub to or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be available to you. Um, it's good. I like it. I liked it.
At
Most
least
people seem
one
to
of
have
the
liked it.
yeah, at least one of the patrons has been in Twitch chat recommending it, so
Yeah.
it's
So
Jake McConnell approved.
nice.
All right. Well, anything else we need to say? We're in Las Vegas.
I don't think so. Yeah,
Nevada?
we're in the Thomas and Mack Center. Where do I see that? Yep, up there, Thomas and Mack Center, um, in Nevada, Las Vegas.
A lot of fun matches. Should we? Yeah. I mean, yeah. A lot of fun matches. Let's go.
Cool. Let's do it. We'll run you through everything as it goes as usual,
As it transpires, yeah.
as it occurs. So yeah, this is a video package, Vengeance intro featuring our two main events tonight: Triple H versus Randy Orton in Hell in a Cell, and John Cena defending his WWE Championship against Muhammad Hassan.
Absolutely.
The commentators introduce the show as the boom boom occurs in the background. Jim
Should
Ross and
we
Jerry Lawler. What's up?
should we introduce the WWE title match now because it's not an important enough match to get its own video later.
You could if you want. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Muhammad Hassan has been rising through the ranks here in the WWE. And a couple of weeks ago, he won a number one contenders match. He complained that Raw was corrupt. Our network executive Palmer Cannon wasn't happy about that and asked how he could make an effort to show that Raw wasn't corrupt. And Hassan said he wanted a representative referee, a referee that looked like him. And Palmer thought, well, we don't have any of those. And Muhammad Hassan introduced his good friend Davari, who is a trained referee in the state of Nevada. And so Davari will be refereeing our WWE Championship match tonight.
Fortunately, though, for John Cena, he talked to Coach, and there is a second referee waiting in the wings, if you will, just in case. Well, inevitably, when something goes out of hand here tonight.
Oh, I'm sure Davari went through all the training. All right, I'm sure he is going to call it right down the middle. And but you're right. Earl Hebner will be there watching him, just making sure everything's above board. I think Hassan is right. Why can't a man like Davari referee a match without somebody else looking over his shoulder?
Well, I mean, I unfortunately for Davari, I just don't trust him. I just don't trust him.
Aye.
Yep. Moving on. This is a match,
To
isn't
our
it?
first match of the evening. Yeah. Do we want to talk about it at all?
I don't remember what match it is
The
specifically.
World Tag Team Championship match.
It is. So, over the past month or so on Raw, a group has come together. You saw them at the previous Raw pay-per-view Backlash. DMLS. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Jesus. God, fucking, we never should have switched the brands, dude. That fucking... It's fucked with
two
me
shows.
so much.
They'll be in the past soon. Don't worry about it.
Either way, DMLS, Dean Malenko, Lance Storm, and Chris Masters, who they added after their tag team championship win. Charlie Haas, another up and comer on Raw, if you will. Former Team Angle member, former half of the world's greatest tag team, Shelton Benjamin's best friend.
Such.
He requested to join the group, to which he was told, "No, go away." So tonight, along with possibly the only friend he has left, the Big Show, Charlie Haas will attempt to take what he could not join, and that's the World Tag Team Championships.
Nice. He fails.
Yeah, he fails. He fails real bad. Dean Malenko locks Charlie Haas in the Texas Cloverleaf, and Charlie fights to the ropes before Malenko drags him back into the center of the ring. And Charlie Haas once again fights to the ropes before Dean Malenko drags him back to the center of the ring. And Charlie Haas once again fights to the ropes before Dean Malenko drags him back into the ring again. And Charlie Haas attempts to fight to the ropes and then passes out. And that's it. They lose.
We get a zoom of Big Show reaching his hands towards Charlie, crying. He's like, "Charlie, come on!
Charlie, no!
Charlie! Referee's out! Referee's out!" And the ref will ring the bell.
DMLS retain.
And still. All the titles on the line tonight, folks. That's the first of 4 title matches.
Tomorrow on Raw, Hulk Hogan.
What's he doing on Raw?
Probably talking.
Yeah, but like, about what?
Who knows? Find out.
Over at twitch.tv/sponsored.
We'll find out. That's all I gotta say. John Cena.
Ah, yes. So this, so John Cena's there with the belt, and the champ is here shirt, and Maria asks him how he's feeling about his World Heavyweight Championship match tonight. And John gives her a bit of side glance and then ignores the question entirely and says, "I've been picked on a lot here on Raw because I'm the new guy, and that puts a target on my back, but that's fine. I'm used to it. All I am is the champ. The first to get here and the last to leave. And Muhammad Hassan's going to find out that I'm not here because I look like everybody else. I'm here because I work hard. I worked my ass off to win this title, and now it's time to work my ass off to keep it. I know that everything's against me tonight. I know that Daivari is going to try and screw me out of the title. That's fine. I've worked through adversity before. They ever met the cabinet? I'm going to overcome. And at the end of the night, you're going to be looking at me because the champ will still be here."
Thinking a half-decent line in there would have been,
Go ahead.
"I'm not here because I look like everybody else." Or, what would you say? I'm not here because I look like everybody. I'm here because I work harder than anybody. Get that. Fucking, there's a word for that, and I learned it at some point in a university course, but, I could not fucking tell you what it is. It's when you repeat the same word over and over again. It's a thing in speech writing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Jonathan Coachman rallies together a myriad of strange individuals in his office and says, "All right, as you know, Palmer Cannon will not, and the network will not allow us to have a Hell in a Cell match here tonight. But fuck him, we're going ahead with that shit anyways. I need you guys to make sure he doesn't find out what I'm doing." It's like Billy Kidman, Maven, Val Venus, and Matt Morgan. Coach is like, "Oh no."
"You're my crack tea." Oh.
You're the best individual. You're who I could find. It's did all right.
Yeah, especially considering Ashley is
Trish is God.
Greener than grass.
Yeah, Trish is God, dude. Holy shit. Wow.
Anything you want to say about this match? The build, the match itself?
Ashley has debuted recently. She was like a runner-up in a number one contenders battle royal to Stacy Keibler. Trish beat Stacy, and then Ashley just kind of asked for a match, and Trish was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll fight everybody.
The champ is here.
Champ is here.
And still, will all the titles get retained tonight?
Oh, he's here! Speaking of champ.
He walks in, in his civilian clothing. He's got some jeans on. He's pulling a suitcase behind him. There's a massive slew of interviewers outside of his locker room, and he's like, "No questions, please." And then he walks in there. Oh,
You didn't see that. That's fine.
no, I did, but I don't think anybody else did.
Nobody else did, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. Moving on. Hi, it's me, Johnny Ace, and I'm here with Tori Wilson. Tori, where the fuck is Chris Jericho?
Well, you see, Johnny, he's a very busy man. He's the most must-see superstar in the history of the WWE. Did you know, at WrestleMania, he almost beat The Undertaker?
He almost beat The Undertaker.
He's also a lead singer for a star rock band. My client has a lot of gigs and opportunities going on right now, and WWE is just one of those. We've been talking lately, and Chris isn't even sure he's ever coming back.
Johnny Ace goes, oh! I'll be a son of a bitch.
The commentators introduced that over the last few weeks they've been seeing more of an incredible college athlete, one of the strongest wrestling prospects across the amateur scene.
Family man
From a military family. A man who commands the respect of all. And they showcase his various matches where he has been winning a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's Bobby Lashley.
I'll be a son of a bitch. All right. During the match, we also had Orlando Jordan turn on Orlando Jordan. I'm so glad it presented itself like that. So, do you remember why this started?
Yeah, I think Sean called Orlando a shitter in an interview. Like, he was like, he doesn't like around people like Orlando or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, from there, Shawn Michaels framed Orlando Jordan for cheating. Said he would help him in his main event number one contenders match against Muhammad Hassan, and then simply watched him lose. Berated him for losing. Put him on trial for the cheating that he didn't even do and was framed for. And now we're here. Orlando Jordan is being harassed by Shawn Michaels.
And we all sympathize with him, which is why when he shows so much heart in this match, the crowd start getting behind him.
They really do. They really start to believe, start to feel Orlando. Sean obviously wins because fuck Orlando Jordan. But afterwards, the two shake hands.
And so Sean can raise his hand.
Yeah, Orlando's like, hey, you better raise my hand, fucking crazy motherfucker.
I'm a 1 month, Sean. This feels so good.
Big baby face OJ.
Hey.
Moving on. We see Palmer Cannon, and he says, wait a minute. He sees a poster for the show, and it has Hell in the Cell in the background, and he goes, wait a minute. I better go talk to Coach about this. He starts trucking on down the hallway until Maven stops him and says, Palmer, you need to get help. Oh my God, it's Billy. It's Billy. And Palmer's like, what happened? What happened? Maven's like, oh my God, Billy, poor Billy. Palmer's like, what happened? What the hell? Maven's like, Billy's been shot. Palmer Cannon is stunned. He says, "What? What? What? All right, take me to him." And Palmer, he doesn't get EMTs. First of all, he's just gonna go. He's just gonna go and see what happens. He finds Billy Kidman on the floor of his locker room in a pool of red liquid.
It's very like thin and like
very thin.
Yeah,
very thin and watery. And Palmer Cannon looks for a while and
maybe he can nod and go, "Yeah, he's been shot, all right."
yeah, he's been shot, all right. I don't know how dumb you think network executives are, but this is evidently Kool-Aid, gentlemen.
Oh my!
And Billy's like, no, that's not true. Palmer leaves.
I like this. Palmer's superpower is that he doesn't buy into wrestling tropes.
Yeah.
But that's also his weakness. When he feuds with Coach, we should do a bunch of like wrestling tropes, and he like doesn't realize what's happening. Like we can set traps for him that like any wrestler would realize it's happening, but Palmer doesn't know.
All right, this match is a match.
It's a banger.
Chris Benoit returned to Raw and picked a fight with William Regal, and it's pretty much that simple.
Yeah, I mean Regal also returned to Raw that night, was cutting a promo, being his smarmy self. And Benoit just came down and beat the shit out of him. He's back, watch yours.
He's back, watch yours. Needs to put on an absolute banger for the sake of having an absolute banger. Benoit wins with the crippler. Good shit, in my opinion.
On fire.
Yeah. All right, Puddy, you go ahead. Take it away.
Amy Weber, the interview overlord, asks Randy Orton if he's scared of Triple H. In Triple H's signature match. Randy Orton looks at Amy Weber with disdain in his eyes. And he says, "Amy, I'm not scared. Because I know tonight me and Triple H, we're going to go to hell. There's going to be blood. There's going to be guts. But I'm ready for it. I want that pain. Because tonight, Amy, me and Triple H, we settle things. This has gone beyond our rivalry. A year in the making when he turned on me. Because I'm not the only one he turned on. This is for Rick. This is for Batista. This is for everybody who's been thrown under the bus by Triple H. Because he only cares for himself. He's selfish. He's destructive. He's glory hungry, and tonight he's going to realize that he's too old for this shit. He's past it, and that the young lion is here to take his spot. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Triple H, because you know what? He is the man. He's a 10-time world champion. But to be the man, you got to beat the man, and at Judgment Day, I beat Triple H. And yet still, he walks around like he owns the place. So tonight we go to hell, and only one man's walking back. And his name is Randy Orton. So Stevie Richards comes down. He looks in the shape of his life. The comms put over.
We should probably do some background. Why
yeah, sure.
is Stevie here?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll do the match, you do the background.
So, back in the 90s...
Yeah.
Stevie Richards was a fairly successful professional wrestler. He was, Stevie of the BWO. Stevie of Raven's Flock. Steven of the Right to Censor. He had a pretty successful 90s. However, since the 2000s hit, it just hasn't been the same. Most people just know him as, "Hey, you're that tall, lanky guy from ECW." It's quite insulting to the legacy of Stevie Richards.
More recently, you're that guy from Reich to Censor.
Reich to Censor. Reich to Censor. Hey, you're the censor part of Reich to Censor. John Cena was training to become a pro wrestler during the 1990s, and in that time he certainly saw a fair amount of Stevie Richards, as we learned on One Raw. What's that?
As we all did.
Oh,
See
yeah.
a lot of Stevie Richards.
Of course, everybody loves Stevie. There was a Raw in which John Cena needed to find a tag team partner in order to take on, I believe, Hassan and Daivari, no?
Yeah, correct.
And John Cena went to somebody that he knew could get the job done. But he had to end up teaming with Steven Richards. Which is okay, because, I mean...
His hero. John Cena loves Stevie.
He was pretty good, like, 6 years ago. It's not that long. They won that match, and as payment for helping him out, for teaming with him, John Cena gave Stevie Richards his request of having an Intercontinental Championship match.
John Cena vouched for him.
And here we are.
Yeah, so he comes to the ring. He's looking great. He looks the same. But JR says he looks great. He's in the shape of his life. Lawler puts over how much of an opportunity this is for Stevie to go up against one of the strongest Intercontinental champions of recent time. Renee will come down, big presence that he is, draped in his French flag, title around his waist. Gives a nod to Stevie. The title goes up. Referee separates them. Rings the bell. Renee knees Stevie in the face and pins him.
It's not a minute 21.
No, it's like 4 seconds.
Yeah. Afterwards,
Stevie is sad. He's sitting in the corner, looking into space. Paul Heyman is very happy. He's like, Renee, good job, Renee. That's the quickest one yet. Rubbing his shoulders.
An easy night for RSD.
You know what? I'm doing a lot of talking, and you put the title of this segment up, so why don't you take this one away?
Here I am with Nat Hart. Nat, how's it going? Nat Hart says that she's seen the other women of the women's division who have stepped up over the past month to challenge Trish Stratus, and she appreciates that. There was a bit of a time there where it felt like the division was pretty top-heavy, but now you're seeing these different contenders step up, and nobody's been able to beat Trish yet, but the effort we saw tonight from Ashley, somebody who's only been in the wrestling business for about a month or so, I mean, it's remarkable. This this group that's coming out right now, they try hard. Victoria appears and beats up Nat Hart. Johnny Ace screams, help! Oh my!
He gets his cell phone out and starts filming it. Oh my, get some help!
Get some help! Get some help, he says. That was weird. Anyways, SummerSlam,
yeah, we're gonna have a big announcement for WWE summer events in 2006.
Cool.
Massive, game-changing.
All right. So Simon Dean has been selling. He's been peddling. He's not been selling. We don't know if he's even made a single sale. He's been peddling workout products now for about a month and a half or so, 2 months, on Raw, and he even gained a bit of a model, if you will, in Mark Jindrak, the super athlete. When he came over from SmackDown, Simon Dean saw the incredible athletic ability of Mark Jindrak and immediately said that was the guy that he wanted to sell his products around. Simon Dean and Mark Jindrak proceeded to confront Spike Dudley, who they saw as a small, little, meek man boy, and said that he would not be a little meek man boy if he tried the Simon system. The only way to, what did I say? Unlock your... Dean-tential. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. The Dudley Boys came back over from SmackDown like a little while later, and they weren't too happy about Simon Dean making fun of their little brother. Simon Dean,
I think Spike is the older brother, actually. He's their big brother.
Simon proceeded to say that that Bubba and Devon are the bigger brothers, and that with the Simon system, maybe they wouldn't be. That's led to this match here, in which, if you would, Puddy, please to tell the people the shock horror event of tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Spike Dudley's turning on the Dudleys to side with Simon Dean. I don't know. Maybe he could get like a protein shake bottle and hit him with it, or something. Or drink it. Maybe that's it. He's standing in the middle of the ring. He's holding the bottle. He's gonna hit it, Simon Dean, with it, and then he looks at it and he thinks, and then he starts drinking it, and the crowd are like, "No!" And then he's like, "Ooh, this is pretty good." And then he just starts kicking the shit out of his brothers, and then the heels win.
Yeah, I like to think that like Mark drags Simon Dean over top of Bubba. Simon's like, I did it. I beat them.
Yeah, he does a lap around the ring afterwards.
Paul Cannon says that's very, very strange. Very, very strange people around here. Anyway, it's like, I must. He bumps into another poster and says, "Oh yeah, right, the Hell in a Cell. I almost forgot about that. Thank God those two were."
Actually, instead of another poster, what if he sees some some agents, not actual road agents, but like backstage workers, and they've got these black shirts on, and in the back it says "Hell in a Cell Technician" or something. They're the people who put it together, and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute."
So Paul Buchanan turns a corner and bumps quite literally into Matt Morgan, a wall of a man who stares down at Cannon. Palmer says, "Yes, hello. I need to get going. You're taking up my time. I need to get going." And Matt Morgan looks at him and says, "I'm Matt Morgan." Palmer says, "Oh, hello. I need to get through." Matt Morgan says, "I'm Matt Morgan." Palmer's like, "I'm Palmer Cannon. Nice to meet you." And Matt Morgan shakes Palmer Cannon's hand and says, "I'm Matt Morgan." Palmer's like, "Okay, that's very nice, but I need to go." And he starts to try to go past Matt Morgan, and Matt Morgan stops him, puts a hand on his chest, looks him very intently, and says, "I'm Matt Morgan." Palmer's like, "Okay, I'm going to find another way around. You have a nice day, sir." Palmer proceeds to continue down this one hallway, I guess, and goes to make another turn towards Coach's office, Coach's area, to where he could berate Coach. But Val Venus might finally be the man to do it. Accompanied with a myriad of blonde women, he seduces Coach. He seduces Coach. He seduces Palmer. And I think is Palmer gonna leave with the women?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he's not interrupting Hell in a Cell, so he must leave with the women.
That's what you think. This is the title match, by the way.
The WWE title match?
The WWE title match.
Cool. We've already explained that a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, they don't even click. Pretty good.
Yeah, they don't even click. Well done, boys. You did it. Yeah, John Cena wins with an FU. Mixed events number 4 of the WWE Championship.
So towards the end of this match, John will lock in the STFU, and Muhammad Hassan will tap.
What is this?
Oh, we could turn.
I'm like, what is this?
I guess we could turn him babyface in this. Yeah, check it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. So yeah, he locks in the STFU. Hassan just taps immediately, and Daivari is like, "Yeah, I'm not calling for Bell. You surely expected this, John."
Yeah.
And John was like, "Yeah, all right." He gets off Hassan, and he turns around to Daivari, and then he looks at Earl Hebner, and Earl's like, "I don't know, that's not right." And then out comes Coach, and then John gets Daivari up on his shoulders, and then Coach is like, "Yep. Daivari, you're out. You're gone. You're disqualified from refereeing matches here ever again." Daivari gets FU'd. Big pop. I forgot Earl Hebner, right? Earl Hebner's the other guy, the guy on the outside.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. He's right there. And Hassan tries to take advantage by rolling John up. He kicks out, picks him up, fused him, and still.
Awesome. Moving on.
Here it is, the year in the making. We showcase the dissolution of evolution, all the way to Triple H's most recent betrayal, savagely attacking Ric Flair. Something Randy Orton would never do.
No, never.
This last week on Raw.
Yeah, never would do this month.
Look, Randy Orton stabs you in the front. That's something.
Yeah, thankfully enough, I don't think we necessarily need to explain too terribly why these two are fighting. I mean, you saw the match at Judgment Day. It's continued. Since then, though, yeah, Triple H has struck down Ric Flair. Which, what did I call it? Some actual real-life Sith Lord shit, brah.
Yep. It's the rule of one as far as the game is concerned.
Triple H makes his way to the ring.
Yeah, it's a proper WrestleMania-like entrance. Because, honestly, it's Hell in a Cell. If Orton wins this, it is kind of an end of an era.
And here we go.
Before we go on, we should do the match first, unless you've already clicked.
No, I haven't.
You haven't.
No.
I have a finish in mind. I also think Orton should kick out of the pedigree in this match.
Okay.
Do you have any other spots? A lot of blood, obviously. A lot of weapons.
A lot of people.
Barbed wire wrapped steel chair.
Triple H throwing Orton into the cage a couple times, maybe real nasty proper.
Dragging his face across it.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could get a spot also where Orton tries to get back into the ring and then Triple H can hoof him off the apron into the cage.
I definitely think the early stages of this match, because this is a long match.
35.
Orton should be out of his depth for 10 minutes. He's just not Triple H is a master of this structure. And Orton is scared. I mean, he's scared. It's a scary sight.
Scared little boy.
It's a huge cage. I mean, it's not as big as the cell they'd make a few years later, but it's still a big cell.
Yeah.
And it's scary. And Triple H has been in this thing 10 times already. That's too many, but a few times already.
A few times. More than him.
Way more. So any more spots you got?
Not really. No, not a ton, unfortunately. I think these two just
they had their matches.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a Triple H Randy Orton match. It doesn't sound super exciting to me, but I understand.
Orton is getting the upper hand towards the 35-minute mark, and he is coiling into action. Triple H is down. Orton's just hit a big drop kick. He's coiling into the corner. He's banging the mat. He's clearly setting up for the RKO. But what he doesn't realize is behind the steps is a discarded sledgehammer from earlier in the match, which Triple H has reached out with the last of his energy, and he's got the sledgehammer in one of his hands. And as he's starting to crawl to his feet, and Orton's coiling up for the RKO, as he rushes across the ring, goes into the RKO pose, and bang! Triple H hits him square across the skull with the sledgehammer. Orton collapses into a mess on the floor. Triple H, with the last of his strength, gives him a chop, cross chop, EX chop, picks him up, second pedigree, 1, 2, 3.
Pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Hell yeah.
And to close out the show,
Triple H he's just not able to stand up. He's done that. He won, but he is badly hurt. Orton is the first to his feet as the cage begins to rise, and he's covering his face with his hands. He's
probably
incensed.
concussed. He's got a big cut down his head from the sledgehammer shot.
Yeah, he's clearly hurt, but I think the adrenaline and the rage is overcoming him at the moment, and his eyes are crazy. He's just lost the chance he had to finish this. He just lost it. He is incensed, and he's looking at Triple H, and there's a change in his eyes. They go from crazy to cold and vacant. And he steps back into the corner, and he kind of tilts his head a little, still looking at Triple H. And the commentators are like, what the hell is he thinking? Someone needs to get down there and stop him. Triple H has already gone through hell. He can't take any more. And as Randy runs across the ring to do who knows what, he's met with a sweet chin music from Shawn Michaels. Randy quickly rolls out of the ring, sells it for a little bit, but then it then leaves through the ramp, and we'll end the show with him staring down Sean, who's attending to Triple H.
My God. What a world we live in. Who do you want to talk to?
I think Regal.
Sure.
He did really well.
Yep.
Anybody else you thought did better than you would expect on this show?
Trish did fucking well. Hard carry from Trish.
And then the last guy I would say, because he's basically, some will debate this, but I think I'm willing to say he's kind of carried the company on his shoulders for over a year, and we're not going to see him for a little while, is Triple H. This is his first break he's going to be taking for a long time.
Giving him a hug.
And he has, for all he's done wrong, Randy Orton and Batista owe a lot to him this year, and they're big stars. So.
All right, let me toss our credits up on the screen. It's just the one, right?
Yeah, still just the one.
It's still just Parker there. Thank you so much.
Thank you to all our patrons, of course, even if you're not on the credits tier.
Yeah, even if you're not on the tier 3, anything you can help us out with helps us out with stuff.
I've been really encouraged by the response to the Patreon, so yeah, genuine thank you from me. The link's in the description if you're interested. If you subscribe now, you'll gain all the benefits for Unforgiven because again we lock it in early. Although I think maybe you'll gain access to SummerSlam if you sub now. But you won't. But if you sub at tier 3, you won't be on the credits till Unforgiven. That's how that works.
Pre-purchase. Oh, you guys can't see that. There's some weird Epic Games thing just popped up.
Oh,
there.
Outlaws and Legends. Wait, Hood.
It actually looks fairly interesting. It's like a 4. This is not an ad for this game. We should just end this here.
Here's a word from sponsors: Hood's Outlaws and Legends.
Yeah, it's literally. Thanks so much for being here with us. Thanks so much for checking us out. Thanks so much if you're watching it a day early on Patreon. If you're watching it on YouTube, yeah, thanks anyways. That's pretty cool also. Puddy, you got anything to say?
Join us for SummerSlam, Big 4 pay-per-view.
Sounds good.
Summer.
Yeah, and see you there. Peace.